the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Here now is Cam Little out to get us started.
And we are underway from Indianapolis.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action and allows him to make some special plays out there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down. First and 10.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Rivers. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 30. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing Rivers. That's caught right side. It's Warren. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third and and goal for Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
On fourth down, on his groupie to try the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
A short throw there to Strange.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Lawrence.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
No gain on the play.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
2nd and 10.
In motion right here, Washington.
Now Lawrence.
To the right side and complete to Washington.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Myers in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a first and goal. And they'll run with ETN. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call.
Touchdown! Parker Washington from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Jaguars 7.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a gain of 6.
They went to their big body tight end on second down in hopes that he could plow his way to a first down. But they were ready for him defensively and ended up holding him to a modest gain.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. To throw, Rivers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Colts first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant. First and 10, Taylor now. And
is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all.
Devon Hamilton in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground. ETN. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now 2nd and 9. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Here's Lawrence to throw. A short throw there to Strange. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now Lawrence to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Just short of midfield.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Rivers now. That's complete to Pierce. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. It's taken in by Downs. That's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Rivers. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Rivers. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
To the air again here, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Pierce. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rivers. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Rivers. A short one there, caught by Warren. And given 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this 1st half. So a tight one so far. 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the 1st half. What will happen in the 2nd half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this 2nd half as we are about to get underway. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this 2nd half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Lawrence will throw. Complete to Washington. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play.
The Jaguars.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Play action. It's Lawrence. His throw incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard down to the 31.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They work now on 2nd and 9. They go play action with Lawrence. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Back to the ground with ETN. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Brings up 2nd.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. And the Jaguars, 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Jaguars, 14.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and knows the sticks.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
On play action, Rivers. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
13 yards.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Colts, first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to Taylor on first down. Fighting through, he's got space. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he gets gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, just like last play.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run here with Taylor. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Rivers to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Going quickly here to Thomas. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 12-yard line.
He's got Thomas yet again, complete. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second down, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On play action, Lawrence. Washington's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's another Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A give running right, ETN. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now Lawrence to throw. Throw right side here will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a two-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Pass midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
So here we go. The Colts will go for 2.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll let Taylor try and run. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Showing off that speed and electric boost that he has. 95 yards that kick return goes down for. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Now ETN to start the drive. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They go play action now. Lawrence And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run with Etienne. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So now the veteran Rivers and the Colts down by 5, a little under 2.5 to go. They've got 1 timeout at their disposal and the 2-minute warning as they go to work here on first down. Now Rivers. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 25
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's hitting, lost the football, put it on the carpet. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Rivers. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That's a gain of 6.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
A big play looming on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. They find some open field here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Rivers to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
A gain of 6.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Rivers. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Just over 30 seconds remain Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Rivers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. Left side, he finds Pierce. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Pass complete. Thomas. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Lawrence. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.